When I open my eyes again, the first thing I can see is a high ceiling. I get to my feet and look around. Basketball hoops, the ground lined with white tape, and folding chairs stacked high into the air.
Is this a gym?
What I'm seeing now isn't matching what I expected to be seeing. If my memory is correct, I entered the TV with Mitsuru and Aigis. Is this what inside of the TV? It hits me, this isn't reality. Everything's look extremely real, but I sense odd presence nearby. I brace myself inside this oddly quiet gym. If I'm the only one here, I must be cautious. Alone, I suddenly realized that Mitsuru and Aigi should be here too. They came into the TV with me, but they're nowhere to be seen. Did we get separated from each other as we were falling in? No, it's more likely that we were separate intentionally. Well, I don't really need to worry about them. I'm pretty sure that they'll be able to handle anything in here on their own. Even if something does attack them, those two will just counterattack with aside execution and machine guns.
This feeling in the air reminds me of somewhere, though.
Tartarus, of course. I felt this harsh atmosphere before. Dig through my memories. That's right, this is what Tartarus felt like. The tower full of shadow where we did battles 3 years ago. Since this area is unfamiliar and I'm assuming hostile, there's no knowing when an enemy may attack. But waiting around to get ambushed isn't really my thing. It's time for me to get moving. Just as I think that... What in the world is that? A bizarre object approached me from further inside the gym. It's red, blue, and round. On top of that, it's walking on 2 feet. I've wandered all across the globe to different regions, but I've never seen a bizarre creature like this.
What? There's a weird guy in a cape.
Weirder still, it's still able to communicate with me.
You think you've got the right to call me weird? You seem suspicious.
How rude! I'll say the same back to you. Being half naked and wearing a cape is totally suspicious. Could this be the pervert I've heard rumors about? My innocence is in danger.
You're making no sense at all. Who are you? Oh, don't tell me. Are you a shadow?
Huh? I'm Teddie. Teddie!
So you are a shadow.
I just said I'm Teddie. Teddie! It's easy.
No bear has fur that color. Or can talk.
How cruel! I'm an adorable, sexy beast, no matter what angle you're looking from.
Teddie? Does that mean he's like a bear or something? Suddenly, a monitor nearby springs to life. What appeared on it was also red, blue, and round. It's another bear thing, or to be exactly, it was also Teddie.
I can't have you wandering about on your own. You're such a troublesome bear.
Teddie. Does he say Teddie twice?
You're the troublesome one! How dare you do whatever you want while looking like me? It's a violation of my image rights!
What's going on? Are you twins or something?
Huh? I've discovered an unknown half-naked cave man! An intruder! Unexpected!
Suddenly, the sound and image on the monitor get corrupted. Just when I thought I was going to start figuring something out about this place. And those creatures? The screen flickers and dies out. Is this some kind of ruse? The monitor pops back on. Once again, it was Teddie's. It's too confusing. I'm just going to refer to TV Bear as Bear number 2. People seen a lot of overseas culture and suffice like the second or the great under their kid's name, so I figured I'd go with something similar. I'm in some crazy TV world, so I'm not just gonna assume that this guy are Japanese. Like Bear 2 going to care anyway. I've wasted enough time rationalizing this. Bear 2 eyes gleam in a sinister manner. He starts speaking clearly now.
Case 04, unintended intruder. entering elimination process.
Elimination, huh? I don't really have any clue as to what's going on yet. But I do know that Bear 2 has just won the right to be the first one here to taste my fist.
I don't know exactly what's going on, but I've seen enough. Looks like you're the enemy here, Bear number 2.
I'm not sure how much stock I should put in common sense while I'm in this TV world. But if he's using a PS system, I'm guessing that there's need to be some kind of control boot for it. Since I'm in some kind of school, that means I'm probably going to find Bear number 2 in the announcement room. If Labrys is inside here and if Bear number 2 running this whole event, it's gotta have some kind of information about her. I turned to Teddie's Teddie.
As for you, Teddie, he seems to be your enemy too, but why don't you step down and let me handle him?
I proceed to walk up in search of the announcement room, but...
No way!
What?
I mean, who are you? You haven't even told me your name. And that bear might be a bad guy who tricked my beloved sensei and friends. I can't leave this in the hands of a half-naked caveman like you.
Teddie looks surprisingly resolute as he refused my offer. Does he have friends on his own that he's trying to desperately to protect you?
Well, your costume is strange. I do like that fire in your eyes.
What's that supposed to mean? It sounds perverted coming from a half-naked cave guy.
Hey, I have a name. It's Akihiko Sanada. You don't have to call me half-naked cape guy. And I know I can't prove I'm on your side just by saying so. So judge for yourself whether I'm worthy of your trust. In the ring.
You're that excited to do this?
Fists don't lie, you know? Now come on, and I'll give you everything I got.
I put my fist out in front of me and focus. If one does not face their cowardice, they cannot summon a persona. That's why persona users to have to undergo the trial of holding an evoker to their heads. But that was simply a ritual to overcome one's psychological block. It isn't a required step in handling personas. My resolution has always been within me after all.
Oh, persona!
I sense power rising from deep within me. You'll be surprised that he could do that also, calling his persona without evoker. Like with Zero Dead up there. Protein Junkie.
Finally! Fight!
The two sisters Protein Junkie. Whoa, very cool. It's rinse. Damn, Akihiko had a stupid range, you know, it's really short.
The intruder is a persona user. Difficulties in elimination. Acknowledging as valid target.
Bear number 2 is monitoring something on the other side of the monitor after watching our dub. It seems that I've been officially promoted to the ranks of valid target.
Persona user? Are you talking about me? What do you mean by valid target?
Okay, persona user, valid target. If you watch Mitsuru's story at the end, you will understand.
Irregularity has occurred. Multiple intruders detected. Emergency. Emergency. Oh, I know! I've just had a fun idea!
Just as Bear number 2 starts speaking like a normal person, the monitor suddenly cuts off. Seriously, who is this guy? One thing's for sure, and that is that I need information right now. I lean over Teddie's flattened body and lightly tap the back of his hat.
Hey, Teddie, wake up.
No! Kanji! You're crushing me to death!
What's going on through this guy's head?
Teddie, wake up!
I smacked Teddie a little more forcefully this time. I had worried that it might make him even flatter, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. Looks like that did the trick. Teddie gets up using whatever weird stomach muscle he has and yells at me while still in the flattened state.
Hey! If you hit me so hard, you'll ruin my beautiful coat of fur! I'll go bald! And it's just Teddie, not Teddie!
This is getting to be a pain. Teddie pursed his lips and looked away with a huff. I wanted to demonstrate my sincerity with my fist. There's no doubt that I did that. And again, considering how badly flattened he is right now, I guess it's understandable that he doesn't want to talk to me.
Well, maybe I went a little too far. Let me at least talk to you. I have important business here too. I need as much information as I can get.
Aren't you going to say sorry?
Don't push your luck, or I'll pull out all your fur.
I was just joking! Well, I am a knowledgeable bear, so I'll make an exception for you and listen.
Hey, I'm the one who won. What does he get off with this attitude? It doesn't feel right letting that slide, but I don't want him getting all cozy again. I take a deep breath and turn to face Teddie once more.
First off, what kind of world is this?
It's the TV world.
Well, Lisa was right about that. Teddie then went on to explain that there is a mysterious TV program called the Midnight Channel that only appears at midnight. The TV broadcast is caused by this world inside the TV. It seems that Teddie is back to his original appearance, or rather, his original thickness. It's like a big stress ball.
That's hard to believe. But even if that's true, why does it look like this? Is this supposed to be a school or something?
This is probably the school that Yosuke and the others go to.
It's a real place?
This world changes whenever someone comes here. I'm not sure why it's a school now, though.
It changes when people come here.
I used to live here for a long time, so I saw it happen a lot.
You lived here? Well, does that mean you're from this world? What are you?
That's,
Teddie started climbing up all of a sudden. He started getting nervous when I blotted out the realization that he was living in this world and that he wasn't human. Embarrassed about being different from humans, huh? It definitely doesn't look human, but it's easy enough to overlook because he's able to easily carry on a conversation with me. And his fist definitely had a heart. I guess immediately sprang to mind. She's a machine, but she also has the same heart as a person. So this Teddie creature may be some kind of custom creature, he must have a heart as well. That being said, he does look pretty stupid.
There's so much I don't understand. But I can at least say I'm pretty sure you're no threat.
Of course not! I'd never cause anyone any trouble!
If you know this world so well, does the name 5th Generation Labrys sound familiar?
I've never heard of it. Every day's great at Jeunesse. I usually spend my time there. When I came to, I was locked up here. I managed to escape, though, only to find that an imposter Teddie was causing a bunch of trouble with his P-1 Grand Prix.
It was bumped out a minute ago and now his face is bright red and there's steam pouring out of his head. This guy's a real piece of work.
The guy who showed up on screen looked exactly like you.
He calls himself a general. But don't confuse me for that phony. The real Teddie is made of all natural bear fur.
If that was someone in disguise, there must be a reason he's trying to look like you.
Ooh, I know! It must be because he's jealous that Sensei and everyone love me the most. But he's not 1/1,000,000th as cute as me. Anyone can tell he's a fake.
Yeah, it's totally obvious. I recall what Teddie said about the Midnight Channel earlier. Some of the things that happen in this world are broadcast to the outside world. If that's the case, then misinformation may be spread and people could be confused or misled. At this moment, I'm not sure why someone would be intentionally causing such confusion. But this Teddie guy mentioned that his friends were here. If bear number 2 is in opposition to them, then it is not too big of a threat to imagine that he's trying to upset their friendship.
All right, one last question. You said you used to live here. You know how to get out?
Of course! That was one of my specialties. I always helped other people when they needed to leave. But it's not working here for some reason. I'm losing my confidence. This is one bear of a Teddie. Ooh, that was an advanced joke.
This is no laughing matter. We won't be able to get out like this.
It wasn't advanced at all. Yeah. It did give me valuable information though. I now have somewhat of a grasp of the situation. My main objectives are tripping Labrys and escape from this world. I won't be able to accomplish either of these things as it stands. And all we can really do now on our own is speculate. So bear number 2. General, was it? I'll have to pound somewhere with more detailed answer out of him. All I need to do is to keep moving forward. And if I'm gonna move forward, I don't see the harm in doing it quickly.
That's it. You're coming with me.
I'm assuming that I'm probably going to need this guy help in getting out of here later, so I'll grab the back of Teddie heads and sprint forward. But just as I'm about to exit the gym, Teddie gets completely stuck on something.
You're gonna tear it off!
I look behind me and Teddie is wildly flailing his arm around. I don't see anything holding him back. What kind of trick is this?
Almost made me lose my head!
Ignoring the huge fuss Teddie's making, I'll reach over towards where Teddie is stuck. But I don't feel anything. Guess I'll just have to try again. I pull the back of Teddie's head toward me with my full strength. It's definitely stuck on something. For a moment, it looked like the zipper on Teddie's neck roared. Whatever, it's probably just my imagination.
Looks like there's a wall that I can get through, but you can't. What a bizarre place this is.
Says the half-naked cape guy who pulled at my head so hard it almost came off!
Oh well, I'll have to leave you here. Make sure you don't go anywhere alone, you hear me?
I can't burn any more time here. As I turn my back towards Teddie to proceed on, he yells echoes inside the gym.
I won't let you abandon me! I get lonely real fast! I'm coming with you!
An enormous crash reverberates through the area. When I turn around, I see a flattened Teddie fluttering to the ground like a sheet of paper falling off a desk. Must get a running start and slam right into whatever there is at full force. Did he just run straight into the invisible wall head first without even thinking about how much that would hurt? This guy said that the general is an enemy of his friend. And because his friends are at risk, he can't just leave everything to me. It's lack of regard for personal safety, maybe because he's so worried about his friend. You behave boldly, but once you look past that, I can totally empathize with him.
Sorry. I'll come back for you when all this is settled.
Hang tight, Teddie. I know it's a tough situation. I hurry to where the enemy is for my mission and for the sake of Teddie and his friend.